Welcome in our news for tonight. The Ministry of Interior takes a decision allowing Libyan nationals to enter the kingdom without prior approval to encourage medical tourism. Jordan strongly condemns Israel's bombing of a residential area in Beit Lahia in the Gaza Strip, which resulted in the death and injury of dozens of Palestinians. An Israeli military strikes kill at least 36 Palestinians across the Gaza Strip today, most of them in the north of the enclave. Good evening. The Ministry of Interior made a decision allowing Libyan nationals to enter the kingdom without prior approval. The decision came as the Royal Jordanian Airlines resumed its flights to Tripoli after a hiatus of more than 10 years. These decisions are the result of separate meetings recently held by the Prime Minister Jafar Hassan with the heads of health unions, followed by another meeting with stakeholders in medical tourism from both the public and private sectors. The meetings focused on the need to take steps to simplify procedures related to medical tourism and to capitalize on the kingdom's distinguished global reputation for healthcare services. Under royal directives, 2 Royal Jordanian Air Force cargo planes departed for Lebanon in response to the current circumstances the country is facing. The 2 C-130 planes, which were dispatched by the Jordan Armed Forces Arab Army in coordination with the Jordan Hashemite Charity Organization, carried relief aid, medicine and medical supplies to assist addressing the difficult conditions Lebanon is experiencing. Jordanian citizens will be transported back home aboard one of the planes in coordination with the Foreign Ministry. Jordan strongly condemned Israel's bombing of a residential area in Beit Lahia north of the Gaza Strip, which resulted in the death and injury of dozens of Palestinians. Foreign Ministry spokesperson Sufyan Ligda affirmed that Israel's ongoing targeting of civilians reflects the aggression of the extremist Israeli government, which continues to commit war crimes against Palestinians. The spokesperson said the Israeli government is indifferent to the international call to end the war and the unprecedented humanitarian disaster it has caused. Qda pointed out that Israel is attempting to impose new realities in northern Gaza by force as it besieges the population, prevents food and medicine from entering, and forces Palestinians to flee, and continues its policy of starvation and collective punishment against innocent civilians. Meantime, Israeli military strikes killed at least 36 Palestinians across the Gaza Strip today, most of them in the north of the enclave. An Israeli airstrike on a house in Jabalia killed several people and wounded others as Israeli forces stepped up their campaign in northern Gaza. Medics said that the new strikes damaged several houses in Jabalia, which has been the focus of an Israeli military offensive for more than 3 weeks. Yesterday, at least 40 Palestinians were killed and 80 others injured in Israeli airstrikes on several houses in northern Gaza's Beit Lahia. Lebanon's health ministry said at least 8 people were killed and 25 others wounded today in an Israeli strike near the southern city of Saydoun. Last hour late night, 6 Lebanese were killed and 1 more was injured during Israeli airstrikes on the town of Jdeide Marja'iyun in southern Lebanon. Also in southern Lebanon, 2 more people were killed and a third was wounded in an Israeli attack on Al-Nabatiya Fouqa area. The Israeli military urged residents of 14 villages in southern Lebanon to evacuate immediately and move north of Al-Awwali River. Meanwhile, the Israeli military said 4 soldiers were killed in southern Lebanon, bringing to 36 the total number of Israeli soldiers killed since the start of ground operations on September 30th. One person was killed and dozens were injured when a truck struck a bus stop at a major intersection near Tel Aviv in central Israel. In a statement, Israeli police said about 40 people were injured to varying degrees, including some seriously, adding that the attacker was neutralized by gunfire from a nearby civilian. Police said the preliminary findings showed the driver also hit a bus that had stopped at the same location to drop off passengers. In a separate incident, the army said Israeli soldiers killed a man who tried to stab them during an operation near Jerusalem. That's it for tonight. Thank you for watching.